Hello there everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. My name is ButterKing01 and I'll be host today. Now today we're going to be discussing the topic of different game studios and yeah, let's get into it. So first off, let's talk about Treyarch. Now Treyarch, they are the masterminds behind such games like Call of Duty, World at War, Call of Duty Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and more recently Black Ops 4. Now, and not only have they produced such a brilliant titles such as that, but in each one of those games they've had the thing called zombies. Now, if you don't know what the zombie mode is in Call of Duty, it's basically just this. It's this little. At Call of Duty World at War, you would complete the campaign like you do with the other Call of Duties that were previous before then, and then what would happen is you would then, at the end of the campaign, you get a mission called Nazi Zombies. Now, Nazi Zombies is what evolved into the storyline that everyone loves today. I'm not going to go into detail with it here today because otherwise this video will be too long. But yeah, it's just like that is literally the thing that was. It was this little seed at the end of the campaign, and then it blown up into this massive thing. Because Treyarch, they honestly thought it was just going to be this little side thing that people would like, then they'd laugh about it, then going into the next Call of Duty game, you wouldn't really do much with it. Oh, were they wrong? They ended up releasing another 3 maps after that. The first one was Nakda and Tolton, then it was Varrock, then it was Shino Numa and Derice, which is also translated to the Giant. And not only did they remaster all of the maps come Black Ops 3, but honestly, they managed to add the perks, the Pack-a-Punch, then adding all that sort of stuff, and not to just talk about, let's just move the zombies for the side of it and talk about the multiplayer. Now, I admit, Call of Duty Black Ops 3's multiplayer is a bit bad because of the exosuits and everything like it. It's terrible. But what they ended up doing, right, going into Call of Duty 1 and 2, not gonna lie, they're pretty similar. But other types of games like that, you know, it's pretty standard stuff. But going into Black Ops 3, everyone saw this exosuit. Like, it was inspired by Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I think it was. No, Advanced Warfare, sorry. By another game studios that I'm not going to talk about today. And that they took that and they tried implementing it into their own version of multiplayer. Now, that didn't end up going so well. People obviously still played it, don't get me wrong about that, but people didn't really enjoy it as much as the previous games. So then what they done, they did a whole 180 and thought to themselves, right, we need to change this. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring back one of the old features, which was reminded to us by Sledgehammer with Call of Duty World War 2, and bring back the old healthcare system, which basically, if you don't know what the healthcare system is, I think it's called, anyway, I don't know what it's called, please tell me in the comments down below. Anyway, if you don't know what the healthcare system is, then basically it's this little system where if you got shot, you get out like a bandage or something, then you wrap it around yourself, and boom, and then you'd have full health again. Now, they ended up taking this out, I think it was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, they took it out in, and then it was just the regeneration system, and that was the case for many Call of Duties going onward. But now, Treyarch ended up bringing that back for Black Ops 4, and ended up doing it where you had to actually like inject yourself with that little pouch thing, I don't know what it is, and so you can actually get your health back. And that is one of the best things that I think's happened in Call of Duty. Not only does it level the playing field for less lesser skilled players such as myself, it also how can I say it? It gives other people a chance. And they also removed that exosuit thing where you can go like 10 meters in the air before you can snipe somebody from like 10 meters below your feet. Yeah, they ended up removing that, and I'm praising them now for doing so, right? And yeah, that's just been a little brief overview on Treyarch. I could go on about this for hours on end, but yeah, that's just been Treyarch. Anyway, let's move on. Right, now let's talk about Bethesda, or more specifically, Bethesda Game Studios. Now, Bethesda, they have really effed up recently, because with the release of Fallout 76, the hype for that game was unreal, and I was on that bandwagon, so I know about it. And literally, people were so excited for the release of Fallout 76, and the fact that it was an online game, and Todd Howard said that they had 16 times the detail, and it was going to be an online version of Fallout 4, and it's twice 4 times the size of Fallout 4 and stuff like that. Not only did they lie, but they ended up selling a bunch of terrible, terrible merchandise along with it. And I'm going to talk about 3 of those specific merchandise that literally have scammed people through their teeth. Apart from the last one, because the last one hasn't really been, properly released yet. But right, so the first one, I'm going to be talking about the Power Armor Edition, and more specifically, the bag that you got with the Power Armor Edition. Now, if you didn't know about this, right, basically, for the different versions of Fallout 76, if you pre-ordered it, you got obviously the online beta and everything, but even if you buy it separate, it don't really matter. So you got the standard version, which is just the game. Then you got the Tricentennial Edition, which is the one I bought for £80, which is a waste of money. And then there's a Power Armor Edition, where you get a Power Armor helmet, you get a little bag, you get a little map with it, a few little toys with it as well, stuff like that. But the thing is that the bag that was advertised, it was advertised as a canvas bag, which is a very durable material, and I do have a few canvas bags myself, and I'm telling you, they are very good and very durable, as I said. But what came in the little box that you got with it is a nylon bag. Now, nylon is not a good material, because if you live in the UK and you've ever been to shop like JD and that, basically nylon, it's like they give you like the little for the carrier bags they give you those like that tiny little strap bags, and that's basically made out of nylon. It was made out of made out of similar material. They're cheap as anything to make, and they cost like 40p to make, or a quid. They're not that expensive. And Bethesda actually tweeted about this, saying that the bag was too expensive to make, so then they ended up changing it at the last minute. Now, if you were going to change it at the last minute, you would have obviously advertised a nylon bag, but you wouldn't have done, because you know that sales would have dropped and not many people would have bought it, because some people like myself actually wanted the bag. Now, I'm glad I didn't buy the Power Armor Edition, because I just said I wanted the bag in particular, so I can carry stuff like to football matches and everything. Now, not only did this piss a bunch of people off, they ended up saying for everybody who bought the bag could get 500 atom points on the atomic shop for Fallout 76 as compensation, when realistically that is nowhere near compensation, because that 500 atom points is equal to £500. Is equal to £5. Sorry, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here. That's kind of insulting, considering the fact that Bethesda is supposed to be a AAA game studios, and they've advertised this poor product, and they've only given like a few people they've only given such a small compensation thing for such something that was literally false advertising, which is illegal in majority of countries around the world. Now, if you think that's bad, you just literally just sit down and listen to this. So this happened it was just starting to kick off, just coming up to the end of last year, and what this is, I'm going to call this as the Nuka Dark Rum scandal. Now, basically, if you don't know what Nuka Dark is, for example, Nuka Dark Rum, it was introduced in Fallout 4 in the Nuka World DLC, and it was basically an alcoholic version of Nuka Cola. And basically, it didn't come as a glass bottle, as many people would have thought, considering the fact that it was literally priced the exact same price as the Tricentennial Edition, which is £80. It came in a plastic shell encased with inside a really cheaply made rum, and just a standard glass bottle inside saying Nuka Dark Rum on it. Now, they never particularly said that it wouldn't be a glass bottle, it would be a glass bottle, but not everyone expected it to just be a genuine standard glass bottle, because Bethesda, they weren't the ones who made this. It was actually a bottling company. I don't know what the bottling company is called, so you're just going to have to go Google it. but the bottling company they specialise in glass bottles, and they said that they had a dedicated team to write over 400 hours worth of code just to actually make the bottle. When it's not, that shouldn't really be the case, because a modder for Fallout 4, I don't know the name of it because you're just gonna have to take my word for this, said that he ended up making a mod which was basically to mock Nuka Dark Rum, and he ended up making a glass and plastic version, and he said that the plastic version took him an hour and 45 minutes to make, whereas the glass one took him only 6 hours to make. Considering the textures and the actual cap on top of it, I think they were lying through the teeth, because if one person could spend 6 hours to make a texture and model for a glass bottle, then I'm sure a dedicated team of professionals would spend less than 100 hours making a glass bottle with textures for an actual product. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, people were honestly pissed that they end up getting this little bottle, which is a piece of, it's just crap basically, and they ended up literally looking at. Some people looked at it and thought, I've wasted literally 80 quid on nout. And I'm gonna be perfect. And what's it called? Some people ended up tasting the rum that came with it, and apparently it was this really cheap stuff that it tasted really strong with coconut for some reason. I don't know, but yeah, the bottling company ended up saying that they was more particularly favoured towards the taste more than the bottle, considering the fact that they know that that collectors will be paying for the bottle and not the contents inside of it, because most likely most people wouldn't have opened it. Now, sorry, basically people the 80 quid, the 80 quid that people are spending on, it weren't for the bottle, it weren't for the rum. What they were charging for was the brand, which was Nuka-Cola and Bethesda Game Studios and proper licensing and all that crap. But yeah, it's that's no reason to charge 80 quid for a product, because I'm guaranteeing you, if they would have charged it at literally a quarter of the price, like 15 quid for example, they would have sold loads more, and I'm telling you, loads more. If they would have been genuinely honest, saying yes, it's a plastic thing and we are focusing more towards the taste, then yes, that's understandable. And if you don't charge 80 quid, then yes, again, understandable. The fact that you didn't, the fact that people were literally posting on Twitter that they was really excited for this glass Nuka-Cola bottle, and what they ended up getting was this little cheap little plastic thing. Bethesda and the bottling company basically lied through the teeth again, and they ended up they just lied again to the consumers. Now, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna twist this in any way, shape, or form, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This has lost a lot of credibility for Bethesda, and it's dented them majorly. Now, I don't know who the CEO is of Bethesda, but I'm pretty sure his name's like Mike something. I don't know his real name, but apparently he's gone into hiding for a bit, because he don't want to be clash with this backlash and everything what came off Fallout 76 and these really crappy products. Now, obviously, listen, with the canvas bag, just going back to that for a minute, yes, Bethesda ended up saying that they will replace some of the nylon bags with canvas bags if you have proof of ownership and everything, if you send the nylon bag back. But they only done this for literally less than 25% of the consumers, because people just want to play the game, and not everyone's a millennial, and don't really have a Twitter account, so they wouldn't have seen this. Because I know a lot of people who like Fallout, they old people, I'm not necessarily old, but people in the 30s and everything that may not have a Twitter account. And so that therefore only 25% of people, less than 25% of people, end up getting an actual a canvas bag for those who actually bought the Power Armor edition. And now moving on to the third thing, that this is going to be about basically Bethesda ended up they ended up releasing a Fallout 76 jumpsuit, like a greasy jacket sort of thing, and they ended up pricing it. Get ready for this, so just sit your ass down. £276. After everything that's happened with Nuka Dark Rome and the Power Armor Edition, and the fact that Bethesda ended up releasing Fallout 76 way earlier than it needed to, it was literally a push product. They could have spent loads more time fixing everything in this, but they didn't. They ended up pricing something this high, but they ended up saying that it would be a genuine cow leather or sheep leather, one of the two, skin jacket, and they ended up posting some extra photos of what it would actually look like, and loads of people just mocked him and ended up saying that it was going to be a throw over bag, which it's going to be really cheaply made. It's going to be made out of plastic, and basically people were just mocking. Right, so at the time of this video being made, they haven't been shipped yet, as I don't really think they have anyway. But I doubt that literally the sales will be that big for this, because unless you are a dedicated believer that Bethesda will flip this round, then yeah, I'm sorry, mate, but I doubt they will. I genuinely do doubt they will. But yeah, but moving back onto the game sort of things, Bethesda, they end up releasing some good games like Fallout 76, Fallout 4, Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout 3, and many other titles before that. And yeah, I like Fallout 4, I like Fallout 3. Fallout 76, though, I'm not going to lie, it's just been ruined by duplicators. It's been ruined by modders who download mods and get into the developer's room. It's been ruined by glitches, countless, tons, millions of glitches. And yeah, so, but all in all, though, it's Bethesda have lost a lot of credibility and support over the past few months. And this even didn't happen that long ago. Fallout 76 was released on November 14th. And I'm telling you now, it's just not good. The fact that a AAA game studio has to lie through the teeth just to get a quick cash grab. So, yeah, let's move on, shall we? Now let's talk about Naughty Dog. Now, Naughty Dog, they're one of the game studios that made such classic titles such as Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, The Last of Us, and Jak and Daxter. They've made such classic games such as that. And I've only ever played 2 of the Uncharted games and a few of the old Crash Bandicoot games, including and the new remastered version, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. But yeah, I don't really find anything wrong with Naughty Dog, to be honest, because they've made such amazing games over the centuries. Some of them being old and some of them being newer, and more recently they are starting to remaster some of the old games. Like, for example, Crash Bandicoot, that Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, that got a remake recently, obviously, and in that game you had the 3 original Crash Bandicoot games before it went off to be passed around to different developer. And I'm going to be honest with you now. It's the other Crash Bandicoot games not the best, but the original 3, they're by far the best. And another thing, Uncharted. I mean, I like Uncharted. Don't get me wrong about that. The thing that the storyline couldn't follow in Nathan. I think it is Nathan. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, you follow Nathan and he goes around collecting all these old relics and everything. Now, I didn't play. I only played a little bit of Uncharted 3, but I have played Uncharted 4, and I do actually own a copy of it. And I'm going to tell you, I like it. I mean, not only is the online good, the online multiplayer, that is very nice and very beautifully executed. Sorry, and and the story of it as well is kind of good. But the one mission that did annoy me is that one mission where you play as Nathan's brother and he escapes from prison, all until later realise that never happened, and you basically just play that mission for nothing. And I remember I actually died quite a bit in that, and I was very, very frustrated that wasn't actually the case. But yeah, I do like Naughty Dog in overall. I mean, I've never played the Last of Us, which I probably should, because apparently it's one of the most best zombie games ever. Um, but yeah, I never played Jack and Daxter, but again, I've seen people play it before. But yeah, I can't find anything wrong with Naughty Dog. But yeah, that's just been a brief overview of Naughty Dog. I thought I'd mention him because just before recording this audio, I had a conversation with my sister talking about all the old Crash Bandicoot games, and I ended up mentioning the old Crash Team Racing, and we got into a bit of a conversation with that. And yeah, that's why I've mentioned Naughty Dog. And so yeah, that's just it's been my opinion of different game studios. Um, Personally, one of the best studios is Naughty Dog. I mean, they made such classic games, and yeah, I mean, I might make a part two to this video because I really did want to include Insomniac, but because I've been so busy over the past week, sorry, I've not really been able to make videos that much because I've had my GCSE mock exams. And if you don't know what those are, they're just basically end of year practice papers before you go into the actual ones. But yeah, I've been a bit busy with those, so that's why I've not been so active on any of my social medias or anything like that. But yeah, I promise that I'll have content out next week because next week I am not in school whatsoever, so I should be able to make some decent videos. And if you want me to, please tell me down in the comments whether you want me to make a part two to this video. If you do want me to, then I will, but I need somebody to tell me that they actually want to see more of this. But anyway, yeah, that's been today's video. Hope you did enjoy. Please leave some video ideas in the comments. I'd love to see some of those, and I'll see you all in a bit.